Hello everyone and welcome back to another great episode of Jazzy Jeff's Trading Card Review Series. Welcome to episode 104. So for today's episode, I'm finally focusing on some new cards that most of you and hopefully all of you have never seen before. These were cards that were given to me a very long time ago, and a giant stack of them, and they were literally like this high, no joke. They're right over there, and there's tons and tons and tons and tons of Marvel cards. So I had to go through and had to, weed out all the doubles and the triples and any of them that were banged up. I kept the best looking ones, obviously. And after extensive organizing and extensive research as well, I learned a lot of really neat things about these cards. And despite the fact that they're not wrapped up and I'm not opening them up for the first time, it's still going to seem really new and really interesting because I have some great things here and it's all connected. So you have all seen this before. You have seen these gigantic advertisements, obviously with pictures of trading cards on them. This one in particular is the Marvel Metal line of trading cards from 1995. This was the special inaugural edition that year of these cards. They were marketing it as the dawn of the Metal Age. And you would see, obviously, such classic characters like Venom, Magneto, Wolverine, and, of course, Iron Man. They're meant to kind of look 3D. They called it engraved 3D. They have a very shiny look to them. That is called prismatic foil. It's basically, I guess it's like a type of gloss, some type of a particular way that they finish the card to really give it that special shiny kind of pop. These are computer generated images, so we're starting to now see the shift from hand-drawn trading cards, or maybe hand-drawn with a little bit of computer, to now getting to the point where it's full-blown computer generated images, essentially CGI artwork. But they're still done by particular people that at that time were experimenting with this and working with this. So it's still artistic and it's still kind of interesting, but nothing beats, a good old hand-drawn image. Anyway, they called them metal. They're also, I want to say, the regular maybe thickness of a trading card, but they do feel like they could be thicker, and that might be that prismatic foil. Same rules always apply. I do not plan on showing every single one of these cards. I'm just going to show off a couple of my favorites. Here is Spider-Man 2099. At the end of the episode, I'm going to try and start to do more of those panning shots. I usually forget to do those, or I just get lazy. But you will definitely see all of the cards at the end of the episode. So any that I happen to skip over, or that I just don't have anything to say, you'll see those for sure. But just, there's just a couple here I figured that are worth mentioning for sure. So here we have a special edition card. It's the same image, But, obviously one image has a different background than the other. The color's a little different. It's a little darker on it. So it's kind of neat. It's, it's almost like getting to see them kind of play with this stuff live, because I'm sure they went through a lot of different, incarnations before they settled on the final card. I guess that's kind of the neat thing about making cards on a computer. I guess it would be limitless, essentially, is what I'm saying. When would you ever really be done with it? But I guess you could say the same for drawing, though, too. But usually you hit a point with drawing. You've got some War Machine action for the War Machine fans out there. I always thought War Machine was an underrated character. I like Beast, but I don't really care for this card a whole lot. I just had to throw out there that you never see the 6-arm version of Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, I still can't believe this version of Spider-Man has not made it into a movie yet. They've done Spider-Man like 7 or 8 times now, and in every single movie he's only had 2 arms. This is how you keep superheroes fresh. This is how you keep people interested in superheroes. There's a reason why comic books have been around for like over 100 years. And the movies just don't seem to get it at all. They really, really don't. All right. Black Cat, another fantastic character that you never see, has still not been in a movie, has still not been in a TV show, has still not been in a Netflix special. Of course, we got some Hulk action here. All right, this next one, ladies and gentlemen, is perhaps probably my all-time favorite card. A lot of jokes can be made, and I'm going to try and behave myself, but yeah, I mean, the card says it all, folks. And if you don't know who that is Frank Castle, a.k.a. The Punisher. And I guess he's blowing some smoke off of the barrel of his gun. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep this a family-friendly episode. But man, that card is just begging for some dirty comments. All right. Back to some alternates. Actually, I have both versions of this card. Once again, it's just like very minute details, very minute differences in what you see. But still kind of cool. Still pretty dang neat. All right, so just to kind of start to... I don't want this episode taken forever. There's only so much trading card nonsense people can handle, right? Brimstone Love. I actually used to have that action figure. Another fantastic X-Men character. Has not been in an X-Men movie. There's been 18 X-Men movies. Brimstone still has not been in one. A little bit of Volt. Actually, we'll do another double team right here. A little bit of Vulture and Carnage action. And once again, I'm doing a terrible job at showing the back of the cards, but ladies and gentlemen, you aren't really missing much. It's the usual nonsense. You get a profile picture of them up close. You get some stamina. You get some stats. You get a little, bio of who they are and where they came from. So, oh, here we go. Another favorite Spider-Man villain of mine. A little special shout out to Shocker. And I believe Herman Schultz. Sometimes I forget. But Herman Schultz, the Shocker, the villain that looks like he's wearing a mattress. All right, now we're getting to some really, really, really good stuff here. So we'll end the show with this. So here is the Tyrant, which, believe it or not, I don't know a ton about, along with MODOK. Actually, let's do another double feature. Double. MODOK and Tyrant. I know MODOK is from the X-Men universe. I want to say Tyrant is either Silver Surfer or also X-Men. But either way, just some really badass looking shiny metal cards. And to end on, speaking of Silver Surfer, obviously, Galactus is actually in a bunch of different universes. Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and so forth and whatnot. But the ultimate villain, who technically speaking was in a movie, but it wasn't this version of him, so it doesn't count. But the day that we get a purple Galactus is the day that I'll go back to the theater and watch a comic book movie. So let's do it, Hollywood. Let's get Galactus in a movie, or at least maybe a TV show. So there you have it. So I just thought everybody would want to see my Marvel metal trading cards, and I will be sure to do a little special panning shot of all those. And then real quick to end the episode, of course, I can't just end it. I got to go out with a bang. These are just some random shiny cards that essentially are doing what those metal cards kind of did. These are a little bit more extreme DC cards: Robin, the Bat Signal, and Joker. And these are also from the 90s. These are 91. So, just an idea that's been around for a while. Here's a newer card. This is, actually, this is only 94. I thought this was newer than that. But same idea, just trying to add gloss, just trying to add some kind of metal, almost foil look to it. Here is Venom and Carnage, and of course some Scarlet Witch action, which is awesome. But yeah, and I love the backs of these cards. They're really, they're just like simple and to the point, but they look phenomenal. So one last time, we'll end with Carnage and Venom. So just, you know what I mean? I love just looking at these cards. They're honestly so mesmerizing. I try not to stare at them too long because, it eats up time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I appreciate all of the watches, all of the views, all of the comments, all of the thumbs. So continue to bring that to the channel, to the page. I appreciate it. And stick around. There's a lot more Marvel goodness and trading cards, superhero related, coming your way. Jazzy out.